Manchester City are edging closer to securing a British record deal to sign Eliott Anderson. Wales manager Craig Bellamy is in talks with Burnley about becoming their new head coach. Tottenham goalkeeper Vicario is set to leave this summer. Manchester United, Arsenal and Tottenham are all keen on Bournemouth's Alex Scott. Here are your daily Premier League news headlines. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel and to another edition of the Daily Premier League News Headlines, where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. My name is Lee The Dorset Spur, and if you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Okay, so welcome back, and here are the main stories today. Manchester City are edging ever closer to securing a British record deal to sign Eliott Anderson, according to reports. Anderson, who has started both England's first two games at the 2026 World Cup, has been a primary target for City after an excellent season at Nottingham Forest. The Daily Mail has claimed that a move to the Etihad is progressing and that further talks between the two clubs expected over the next 24 hours. If a deal is to be agreed, it is believed that it will be in excess of the 125 million that Liverpool spent to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle last summer. Anderson is viewed as the perfect midfield option for the incoming Mascherano, who is expected to replace Pep Guardiola. Wales manager Craig Bellamy is in talks with Burnley about becoming their new head coach, although no agreement is in place as yet. The Championship club have long admired Bellamy following his previous role at the club as an assistant to Vincent Kompany. While his 2-year tenure as the Wales head coach has earned the 46-year-old a reputation as an up-and-coming coaching talent, with no agreement in place between Bellamy and Burnley, the FAW remain hopeful Bellamy could stay on as Wales boss. The FAW and Bellamy have enjoyed an excellent working relationship, with Bellamy happy in his role as the men's senior head coach. The former Liverpool and Newcastle forward, though, has often spoken about his desire to be involved day-to-day within football management, something more akin to a club rather than international management. While no agreements have been reached, it is understood that compensation for the early contract release is unlikely to be a sticking point. Sky Sports News has contacted Burnley for comment. Tottenham goalkeeper Vicario is set to leave this summer following the arrival of Martin Dubravka, according to Fabrizio Romano. It's claimed that Dubravka, who joins from Burnley on a free transfer, will become Anton Kinski's backup. The arrival of the ex-Newcastle and Manchester United goalkeeper will reportedly pave the way for Vicario to depart Spurs. Italian clubs are reportedly keen on signing the 29-year-old, with Juventus and Napoli interested in the Italy international. Juve have been the ex-Empoli stopper as an alternative to Aston Villa's Emilio Martinez, while Napoli have Vicario on their shortlist if they sell their goalkeeper this summer. Manchester United, Arsenal and Tottenham are all keen on Bournemouth's Alex Scott. United and Arsenal are both believed to have made an initial inquiry to Bournemouth, but they have made clear they do not want to sell their midfielder. Talks have been held about a new contract there, as they hope Scott, who has just missed out on the England World Cup squad, will continue under the new boss, Marco Rose. Nevertheless, Scott remains in the mix of targets at the biggest clubs that want to sign a new midfielder this summer, and it remains to be seen if one of them comes in with a bid. Hull City are among the clubs interested in Manchester United goalkeeper Radek Vrtek, according to the Daily Mail. The 22-year-old shot-stopper spent a duration of last season on loan at Bristol City, where the Czech Republic youth international impressed, keeping 12 clean sheets in 41 appearances. It is reported that Vrtek is keen to take up the role as a number one away from Old Trafford, with regular first-team football unlikely at United. Vrtek has never played for United's first team, but has made 7 appearances in the matchday squad since joining the Reds in 2020. The report also suggests Hull boss wants to sign the 2 goalkeepers this summer. So, some thoughts on this stories. Well, Manchester City and Eliott Anderson, it does feel like that's one that's going to happen, doesn't it? But what a fee. What a fee this is going to be. Having watched Eliott Anderson over the last couple of games, he looks like a decent player, but in excess of £125 million. Wow, it just does show that the sort of levels that clubs are prepared to go to get these targets and the kind of profits that other clubs can make when getting them in there. So we'll see how that one progresses, but it looks very, very likely if they're stumping up that kind of cash, then it makes sense for him to move on, which will be a massive help to Forest to be able to rebuild their squad for the incoming season. Craig Bellamy to Burnley. I know it's not Premier League news, but Burnley only recently relegated. It's a difficult one. Craig Bellamy has done very well as the Wales coach, but it's a totally different type of position, isn't it? Where you're not regularly meeting with the players and working with them day to day. And I guess that's what Craig really wants to get involved in, to be there to shape youngsters' performances and their development and all that kind of stuff, and really getting involved in it. So it'll be an interesting one. And as it says there, he's been the assistant to the company previously, so he knows all about the club and knows what's kind of going on there. So it does make sense for them to kind of move in that direction. And Alex Scott at Bournemouth, another really good player. Certainly towards the end of the season, really started to get talked about. But Bournemouth don't really want to be losing all of their really good players. I know they do. They sell their players quite often, and they go on to bigger clubs and so on. And Bournemouth do seem to be able to turn that around, find another player to take that position, and really do well and continue. They're in Europe next season, and that may be a big issue for them, playing twice a week, especially if they don't have the squad. They've got a lot of work going on at the stadium as well. So it's a big summer for Bournemouth, and I suspect they would rather start keeping some of their top talent rather than constantly having to sell them. So it'll be interesting to see where we go with that one. But Alex Scott, definitely one I would like to see at Tottenham, and he is a Tottenham fan, so I'd be disappointed if he went to Arsenal, if I'm honest. But it's football, that's what happens these days. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do leave a review and follow if you can. And I'll see you on the next one. And as always, up the Spurs.